All right, basketball sickos, Deuce and Mo here. We want to take a look back at what Keegan Murray did last night against Minnesota. 23 points, 11 rebounds. Let's dive into some of the things he was doing offensively. This first play, look at all the attention De'Aaron Fox draws on this. All the Minnesota defenders are looking at him. And Minnesota's in a tough spot here. Nas is paying attention to De'Aaron. So now his guy's in the corner, DeRozan. Ingles and Reed get kind of tangled up, so Reed's got to go on to Keegan, and Keegan just goes to work, Morgan.
And you could take either one of those matchups if you're Keegan Murray, but you get Reed here, and like you said, going to work. Can't really get by him in that moment. So what does he do? He does a great job of just being patient with him, keep working him down into the paint until he finds a spot that he's comfortable with shooting the basketball. But look at this turnaround jumper, Deuce. I mean, he's so long and he can elevate over people while still creating that space on that fadeaway.
That's Dirk Nowitzki shit right there. And how about the handles from Keegan? Love seeing him put it on the floor here. And this is not just a shot like he randomly takes. We've seen him take this shot now. He's comfortable with it. This next play, Kings in their zoom action. Keegan into a DHO with Sabonis. Gets to a spot. Boom.
And what I love about this, you see that screen from Sabonis, perfect. It slows down Julius Randle, and it forces Randle to even have to switch because he's trailing so much. Keegan could have gone out for a three if he even wanted to, but he wanted to make sure that he was going to try and get the best look, the best shot. And for him, it was a 7-footer trying to come out on him, but not far enough, giving him an open look at that elbow.
And the other thing I like about this too is, like, if you're being defended by Randle, this is what you want to do against him. You want to make him work, put him through screens, make him chase you around, and Keegan was able to free up and knock down that J.
And Julius Randle, you saw, he's putting in the work. He had that effort, being physical and trying to stay with it. But I just love the decision making by Keegan Murray here.
This was one of our favorite offensive plays of the game. And it was an interesting layout for the Sacramento Kings. I'm going to pause it. You see Domantas Sabonis in the corner, Keegan Murray going to the corner, Kevin Huerter at the top of the key. Very interesting because we talk so much about spacing with DeMar DeRozan and this Kings team. Well, look, you got to defend Kevin Huerter, respect him. You're on Fox. You're checking DeMar DeRozan. And, of course, Randle's on Keegan. Rudy's shading a little bit, of course, to the key, but he's still a little towards Sabonis here. And watch this sequence. Fox getting downhill and making shit happen.
And you say Rudy Gobert is still a little bit towards Sabonis because Sabonis was not only taking threes, he was making his threes, right? So that is exactly what we keep talking about when you're making the defense have to think about everyone as a threat. And so De'Aaron does what he does best. He uses his speed on this backdoor. Kevin Huerter, a perfect, precise pass to him. And look how much the defense has to help on De'Aaron. And this is what you're hoping to see all season long, which allows you to get this beautiful spray three from Keegan Murray.
And the Kings want more of those spray threes. They had 12 last night. They were 7 of 12 on spray threes. And in this situation, Fox has Keegan, but he also has Sabonis open too. So that's a great thing to have.
And one last thing too, look at DeMar DeRozan. He's getting in position to box out Rudy Gobert because even Anthony Edwards was like, do I need help on this man as well? Instead, DeMar DeRozan didn't need a rebound because Keegan knocked it down.
Great look from Keegan. You're going to hear Mike Brown talk a lot about his guys sprinting to the corners in transition because it'll put the transition defense in a tough spot, like it put Anthony Edwards here on this play, Morgan.
Yeah, look how he's not sure. Okay, do I need to commit up to DeMar DeRozan, a threat? Do I need to make sure I'm staying here in the corner with Keegan Murray, also a threat? So you see here, he doesn't know who he's going to commit to as the help comes on back down in transition. Gives Keegan Murray just enough space to have a good look from three.
And that's all the space he needed. He came off just a little bit. And it was a good recovery from Ant, and he's a supreme athlete. But look, he got it right where he wanted. Keegan's
second.
Right there in rhythm, knocks it in. The other thing Keegan did a good job of, Morgan, is rebounding. Mike Brown wants his guys to crash from the corners. And a couple of times last night, Keegan Murray crashing from the corners, creating extra possessions for the Sacramento Kings.
Look at that effort of just even being in the right spot at the right time, right? I mean, there's so many Minnesota Timberwolves jerseys, but Keegan being conscious of, okay, I need to make sure I'm crashing from this corner. And you see good things happen. And then even early on in this game when he was crashing, he had tipped the ball out very early in the first.
Yeah, he had 11 rebounds in the game last night. I love this crash. He just knocked it away from Gobert and created a second chance opportunity. So Keegan Murray last night, very impressive for the Kings. Aggressive, knocking down threes, playing tough defense. There was a lot to like.
Absolutely. I mean, it's fun to see him do this against a team like the T-Wolves with so much size, where there's going to be so many different matchups all throughout the year. So I'm excited to see it.
What type of expectations do you have for Keegan Murray in year 3? What did you think of his game last night? Let us know in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The